Yep, back to this one. Disney versus Marvel villains, round 6. Okay, the first one is Morpheus versus the Witches of Morpha. Okay, that sounds like an old style game of Final Fantasy's One Wing Angel, doesn't it? Okay, so Morpheus travels to the marches of Morpha. He went from all the way from New York that's in America, all the way to an ancient European village. I forgot what location Praden is located at, but I'll probably need to read the books. Hopefully. Is that a recorder? So he meets up with the Witches of Morpha, but they just play toy with him by making him even more monstrous. Man, these witches are jerks, aren't they? I mean, come on, the guy just needs a cure. Jeez. I guess they're done with him, but they decided to tell him where the cure is. At the castle of the Horned King. So I guess Morpheus got to win. So next one, Nathaniel versus Hobgoblin. The king then decides to have Hobgoblin to be the top assassin in Shocker's absence. Nathaniel still worries for Nerissa being kidnapped. So he decides to send the troll. Went all the way from Europe all the way to America. Hold on, there's something funny in the description that it's kind of funny. Determined to free his crew, he sends out a monstrous troll to free Nerissa upon discovering there is a troll in Central Park. Okay, I see what you're doing there, GA villain. A bad movie pun, but it's not funny. I mean, the Troll in Central Park movie is not good, but I can see where you're going with it. It was like Hobgoblin wins, and oh wait, Nathaniel also has the Hydra? How many monsters does he send? Well, just like in Greek mythology, the Hydra can multiply heads after you cut off its head. Oh, and he kills Nathaniel, and Hobgoblin wins. That's like Yzma versus Vulture. Ugh. Yzma decided to look into recruit forming the Sinister Six for Mosenrath. Woohoo! One of my favorite villains. Uses a youth potion to make herself younger by trying to seduce Vulture into joining Mosenrath. Yeah, I still don't like the Emperor's New School. I just don't get... I can see why, the nostalgia, but I just don't like it. It's stupid to have Cusco going to school. Again, the Emperor's New Groove is set in an era where robots do not exist. And it looks like Vulture wins. Yep. Next fight. Mcleach versus Venom. After Eddie Brock escaped from the Palace of Justice, Frollo hires Percival C. Mcleach to hunt him down. Now we got the hunter hunting down criminals, huh? You know, because Mcleach is a poacher, he hunts down animals. So now he's going around poaching criminals, huh? I'm not sure what version what footage you got of Venom, because I'm sure this is probably the same Venom, the same Eddie Brock. Guess you just need to save up the footage, huh? Oh, and he punched him all the way to the river. It looks like Venom wins. Not going back to the Palace of Justice, that's for certain. And next fight, a Nazi versus Kraven the Hunter. Zira and Nuka have heard that Craven has been mutated into a monstrous animal, humanoid animal, by Dr. Octopus. So they ask Anansi. Oh, he's from the African mythology. He's basically like the trickster god. I was first introduced of this character from Gargoyles, which I'm not sure why they made him a villain in there. But he is a very heroic deity. He's a very trickster. I'll leave the link down below so you guys can learn about it. I'll leave it to John Solo, so he'll explain it. A fight between Anansi and Craven, huh? Kind of makes sense to turn Craven into the Spectacular Spider-Man version, because, yeah, in there he did look very animalistic. And Craven from most comics or whatever was just human, but in here he's very animalistic. And looks like Craven wins. Next fight, Damona versus the Sentinel. Or the Sentinel, yeah. Yeah, Damona realizing Damona realizing Damona poses a greater threat to humanity than the mutants. This dude, Bolivar Trask. I don't know who you are, nor do I care. Decides to send the Sentinel to go after her. So, again, I'm more of a Disney fan than a Marvel fan, and I'm more into non-Disney than DC. So I was rooting for Damona. And look, the Steel Clan have come to the rescue for Damona. Looks like Damona wins. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop right here. Or no, wait, I think I should continue still. Maybe after this one. We got Tombstone versus Pete. Tombstone is tipped off by Xanatos that Pete is planning on invading his territory. Really? Xanatos asks Pete to invade Tombstone's territory, huh? Well, he decides to act. Then we see Pete in the hot tub talking with Frankenoli, who wants to ask if he'd be okay with the mutant experiments. Like, sure, why not? And now Pete is Frankenstein Pete. Yeah, just like this version from the One Ray, just like in Disney Villains War, he gets to be the Frankenstein monster again, like Julius. Looks like Pete arrives. Looks like Green Goblin is watching the whole thing. Oh. Well, Pete's knocked down. And what? I'm not sure what happened, but, well, actually I do until the epilogue, so I think I'm gonna stop right here. So it looks like Xanatos just put him in a computer or something. I'm gonna stop right here to make a stopping point. I don't want to make the video too long.